Anywhere you have a Lutron ballast, if you want to change to LEDs, there are multiple solutions, and Lutron and Rowe-Thrush can work with you to provide the customer options for a system that will meet their needs and look exactly the way it did before and dim better and perform better and save energy.
And you actually have a couple of the lamps on hand, right?
That's right. As I mentioned before, right, a lighting designer isn't going to design a space with one fixture when they can use 17. And one of the things that I've learned in the last couple of years is that these spaces where we find Lutron are usually premium spaces, and it's not just 2x4 troffers. You've got sconces and you've got decorative lighting fixtures and pendants and other things. And that means you've got lamps that are not just 4-foot lamps. You got 2-foot and 3-foot and 4-foot lamps, and not just T8s. You got T5s and you've got biax lamps. And so having a solution to address all of those is really important in order to make sure that you can walk into a space and say, anywhere you've got Lutron, I can upgrade you from fluorescent to LED without a problem. As an example, in order to allow the customer to upgrade their lighting and get all the energy savings and all the other benefits, but without disrupting the users in the space.
So the appearance of the actual lamp doesn't change, but the light quality is equal to or better.
That is exactly
correct.
To
LED.
Yeah. Now, it's interesting you mentioned that. The LED lamps have a much tighter spec in the color space that fluorescent lamps didn't have before and have really fallen short in recent years. So, I think everybody has seen that building where you've got a long row of fluorescent lighting, and some of the lamps look a little green and some look a little yellow and some are dimmer than others, and it's just not right. The LED lamps are usually dead nuts, the same color temperature, and even when everything is basically the same, it typically, the space looks more beautiful and refreshed, and generally people are very, very excited about that.
And a longer lifetime.
And you've taken all the critical elements of the fixture, the lamp and the ballast, right? And you've replaced them with new products that have a long warranty, hopefully at least a 5-year warranty. That's a valuable thing for the maintenance staff and the building owner. By the end of 2024, everything that's greater than 25,000 square feet needs to have converted from fluorescent to LED, or they face stiff penalties. And then in the upper northeast, there's a lot of things like this moving very rapidly.
All right. So what's the call to action, the next steps, right? If you identify an existing Lutron ballast that needs to be replaced or upgraded, please contact us and we will help you find the best solution to offer to your end customer. We have field sales support that can also assist, and we have had success working with Grainger Lighting Services on projects as well.